Again on another Bit of Truth Thursday podcast. Much respect to all my people. We go get into some things with this Jeffrey Epstein that you see on screen right here that they give the masses. And I already told you what it is. A fake character they bring to basically put some things on the table like they're taking down their own. But this guy to me never really exists, if you understand what I mean. They can show you some old footage with him and Donald Trump and all that shit, but this guy never exists for real. You have to understand, somebody in the Hollywood system actually played this character. You have to understand that. And we go show you some possibility. We go get into this right here and talk about this Jeffrey Epstein, a big old hoax they pull off on the masses to cover up what the government actually doing to the people right here. Make it
Sudden
run.
new developments in the Jeffrey Epstein documents released. The big question today, exactly when will that release happen?
And just like a damn movie or anticipation for a TV show or something coming up, this is how they do it. They're joking the masses right now about they releasing some names that associate with this character right here. Some Hollywood characters, some supposedly famous faces associated with this one right here. Like I tell you, it's a made up shit. 100% in. Listen.
Correspondent Laura Ingle is live for us in New York. Laura, you have some brand new insight.
You got more
I
insight?
did just get off the phone with the courts, and we want to share with you that we are expecting some of these documents to be released today. We understand it will happen on a rolling basis, meaning we're not going to most likely see everything today.
Why not, people? Because it is a show. You're talking about holding names and now you're going to release them. Why did you hold them back to begin with? If these people associate themselves with this criminal, as you call him, why don't you release their name from day one? Why you even debate releasing the name? Give people time and wait and okay, yes, we're going to release it at this point. Bullshit for the people, like I tell you, just a stage.
In terms of this document that contains a lot of names of associates that are connected with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
So we've just also learned that the judge in this case from the Southern District is about to issue some type of a court order ahead of the document release. And
What a dumb shit, people. You believe it? You ever seen this shit in real life? And all they're gonna show you with this Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey's 39 in numerology, flip that for your 3 6s. All they're gonna show you is pictures of this guy right here and other people. All bullshit for the masses right here. Listen.
going to explain some of the confusion. There's been a lot of back and forth about what
And this person again, they show you is another faker. You see him laughing right there. This Maxwell character that they claim recruit young girls for the Jeffrey Epstein. The whole thing is a show, people. Nothing about it real. The government basically showing you that yes, these people is not untouchable, that on this world stage we can take them down. They put out a character and say yes, he associated to these people. You got to understand they all puppet playing with the damn masses with a show.
we're going to see, when we're going to see it, how much of it is going to be known. We know that there has been a couple of people on that list that have been fighting.
Unbelievable that people believe in these things. Most of the things they show you with the Jeffrey Epstein all still photo, people. Like I mentioned, it is a fake character. Like somebody in Hollywood played right here, no doubt about it. It's just another character they bring to the scene for the government agenda. Pay attention.
To keep their names out of the public
Why?
eye.
Why?
Last night we reported about Jane Doe 107, and that was someone who appealed to the judge
What a
and who
joke,
did
people.
get her request granted and had until January 20, has until
This don't make no sense, people. So those people is going up to basically talk to the judge about their name being released. Get out of here. This don't make no kind of sense at all, people. Because what it is, you're supposed to be investigating those people for sure. And if you are investigating them and basically have a file a charge against them, the public can know about it. You understand what I'm saying here, people? So yes, this is a damn hoax on the masses. If you're going to file charge against those people, or you should, the public should have a reason, or supposed to be, the public's supposed to know about it. It's supposed to be now public records. Listen.
January 22nd to provide documentation and hate mail she says she's received to keep her name out of the public eye. That's Jane Doe. That's just one of them.
Jane Doe, and look at the Maxwell character, always got on the plaid, people. It's a Freemason trick for the masses. As you could see, the Jeffrey Epstein with the C right there on the hand sign or the number 3. That's how they do it. It's all fuckery for the masses. 100% in.
Earlier today, we were told that there were a few more that were also going to have their names removed from the list or redacted off of the list that is expected to be in part released today. The court just called to tell me that it's now 2 Does. We don't know if they're John or Jane, so man or a woman, but 2 people will have...
All fakery for the masses, people. Wow, does it sound like it makes sense to you? Let's get into the supposed release of the name and get deeper in it. Move.
Just moments ago, court documents were unsealed, revealing the names of people associated to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. It's the first set of names that will be released. Epstein and his former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, were both accused of trafficking young girls to be abused by Epstein. Epstein died by suicide in a New York City jail cell in 20...
Yes, and that's another bullshit that they sell the masses, like I don't tell you. It's hard for people to commit suicide in prison. And remember this, people, this is a high-profile case with this character supposedly. How did he get a chance to kill himself in jail? It makes no sense, people. You have to understand. They're gonna worry about those things. That this guy right here is a billionaire and deep in some shit. They're gonna suicide watch him. As a matter of fact, they did. They said they was have him on suicide watch and he still get to kill himself, people. You better wake your ass up. It's a hoax. A 100% hoax. And that's the reason why they have to actually pull it off the scene. Because I already told you, it's a fake character that a Hollywood character play. You have to remember that shit. So, of course, they have to kill off that character. Pay attention.
19 after he was charged. Maxwell was convicted in a slew of charges in 2021 and is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence.
Bullshit.
NBC senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett has been following this story. First, Laura, I want to be very frank and honest with our viewers, as we always are here on Top Story. We literally just got these documents. There are hundreds of documents. Our team of producers and reporters like yourself have been pouring over this, but just recently. So my first question to you is, and I don't even know if we have an answer yet, are there any headlines out of the documents we've seen so far?
Well, I can tell you, Tom, we have about 900 and
right there on the money.
43 pages of documents, so it's quite a bit to pour through. It's mostly deposition transcripts and motions that I have seen in this civil suit involving Ghislaine Maxwell, obviously somebody who had been accused of grooming young girls for abuse by Jeffrey Epstein. It includes deposition transcripts from Maxwell herself, where she's asked about different sex acts with Jeffrey Epstein, and she denies, obviously, any wrongdoing, even though she's...
What a damn joke, people. And like I said, the Maxwell character look like a damn man in a drag. You have to understand, it's a fake story, and it's the operators they give you for that. And of course, all transgenders they give you to fake you. No doubt about it. And I told you, look at the Epstein right there with the bow tie on. You gotta be kidding me. I suppose he be billionaire. Got on the bow tie right there with the black and white. He's a Freemason. You better wake your ass up.
And of course, convicted and serving time behind bars. But this is from years ago when she was still maintaining her innocence. And she specifically asked Tom about interactions that Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, may have had with Jeffrey Epstein. She specifically asked about meals with Clinton. She says she can't recollect any meals with him.
Yes, people, because they want this out there, people. Like I tell you, it's nothing real about it. The Epstein character is not real. You got to understand. And the Bill Clinton, like you hear Clinton, 33 coding in numerology. Of course, it's not a coincidence why Clinton is involved in it. It's a show they're putting on from 2019 when they bring the Epstein to the table. And if you go back and check before that, most people never heard of this character. Just like the Harvey Weinstein, you never get it, people. They all fakers working for the damn system and the masses' brain.
Asked about
Right here.
whether he may, being Clinton, may have had a meal on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. She says, quote, I'm sure that he had a meal on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. So, Tom,
you have a meal on the plane. That's all you remember? Where they was going in the plane. Where they was going. You don't remember all of that. You just remember you got a meal on the plane. So they just went on the plane and eat and get off. It's bullshit, as you could see. The bloody cross right there in the background. No coincidence. These people is wicked people on this earth. They're the one who destroying you right here. And believe it or not, this is part of the destruction of the people by giving you these big old fake story to consume your damn brain while they work a lot of shit on your mind. Right here. Of course, they have a lot of things going on and you can't see it when they give you these.
These are the types of interactions that we expected. Much of this has already been reported in the public domain, but it's different now, of course, seeing it in a court filing. These are court files that have been redacted, kept under wraps for many years as part of that civil litigation that I mentioned, and we're going to continue pouring through to uncover what we have found. I should mention none of this, obviously, suggests any wrongdoing by the former president, suggests that he was involved in a crime.
Yes, but why did you hold it back this whole time? Just because you have him eating on the plane with him and they go somewhere together or all that shit, you have that there, why would you think that he would damage him if it didn't mean nothing? I'm just saying, like, there's an explanation for everything, especially if he's right and he wasn't involved in any kind of wrong. I'm talking about the Clinton. You better wake up, this is garbage. So yes, people, they hold back the names to release it today. From 2019, when they have the case out with the Epstein, they take all them time to release it now in 2024. Can you believe it?
Really talking about his connections to Epstein, something that has already, again, been out there, but he has obviously maintained his innocence and denied any wrongdoing as it relates to any abuse by people that Epstein exploited, Tom.
You know, Laura, I was able to read through some of the documents as well involving Ghislaine Maxwell. One of the things I noticed is a lot of those pointed direct questions that are about sexual encounters. She says, I don't recollect. There's never a flat out, I mean, I don't want to say never, but at least in the exchanges I saw, there's never a flat out no. It's I don't recollect with very specific pointed questions about times and acts and things like that. Do you think that's just because of advice from her counsel, or do you think, I guess my question is, when somebody wants to deny something, can they just say no, or I do not recollect? Sometimes you understand that to mean they're protecting themselves as well.
Yeah, sometimes you often see witnesses couch it, especially when they know there might be some legal jeopardy there. And remember, these are deposition transcripts that are happening years back, Tom. The lawsuit that we're talking about here in question dates back to 2015. It's long been since settled, but the court records, obviously, of interest to reporters who sued to try to get this information. So when she says, I don't recall, and in other places she does flatly deny some of the allegations, it's obviously well before, all of the federal investigation that ultimately led to her downfall and led to
Get the fuck out of here. And with all of that supposed to be young girls that she lead in the arms of the Epstein, she supposed to be only end up with 20 years in prison, people. Can you believe it? A high profile case like that with the supposed to be, molesting young girls and transporting them from state to state. 20 years for the recorder. You believe it, people? Let's get deeper in it.
Several high-profile names were mentioned in a batch of documents released yesterday pertaining to the crimes of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. 40 exhibits in the settled case against longtime Epstein confidant Ghislaine Maxwell were made public last night. Maxwell was sentenced to 20...
Yeah, but hold on here, people. So she was on trial. She was even on the stand where they was questioning her and everything. And the names didn't come out in court, but they have the names on paper from them times. You get what I'm saying here? So yeah, people, she was the one who mentioned these things and they kept it behind closed doors. It didn't come out in court while she was in trial. Can you believe this, people? They hold back those names and they say 150 of them. And of course, number 6 coding including victims. Listen again.
Years in prison last year for recruiting teenage girls to be abused by the late billionaire. But the documents were related to an earlier lawsuit against her for civil defamation. Among those named in the more than 800
Take a look,
pages.
people. They're showing you Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, two former presidents. And I already told you the reason why they do this right here, because they want to put these fellows out here, these two sodomites. That's what it is. They want to put them out there to basically mention them. Remember, Donald Trump's name come up in a lot of these things when it comes to young girls and sex offense shit, and he always act like he's the one who's supposed to be going against it. Remember? Pay attention here. He come out and talk about the supposed to be movie. They're talking about, you know, trafficking, and these people get rid of child trafficking or slow it down. Donald Trump take credit for supposed to be slowing down child trafficking in America, or sex slave and all of these things. And he's involved in this. That's how they do it, people. The world is a stage. You have to understand that. And the Bill Clinton, right there, former president, big old puppet on the masses, like I tell you, his name 33 coding, and his name is not supposed to be Clinton. If you go back and check, he's Bill Blige, basically. They put the coding on there for the 33, change his name to Clinton, and now he's in the spotlight, even become a president and all. You better pay attention to these characters. They're all fake. That's the reason why they're in the spotlight.
Yesterday were former presidents Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, though they are not accused of any wrongdoing.
So what the point? What the point and what it's about then? Tell the masses what it's about.
Though they are not accused of any
Wow,
wrongdoing.
if you can see the damn handshake, people, the Freemason handshake right there with the squeezing of the knuckle in plain sight. Two Freemason right there. Every former president is. Listen.
Trump's name came up during witness testimony from one Epstein accuser who recalled the sex offender saying he would, quote, call up Trump to visit
Why is these in black and white, people? Most of them is put together photo after the fact. That's what you need to understand. It's fakery.
His casinos in New Jersey. The same woman testified that she never gave the former president a massage.
Wow.
In 2002, Trump told New York Magazine.
Take a look at this footage right here, people, where they actually show you the Epstein in a moving, supposedly film. I already told you, one of them character in Hollywood played this sodomite right there, all the way up to this supposedly suicide in jail. It's a fake shit. 100%. And ever since they mentioned this shit, I've been breaking it down to show you it's them trying to put a fake eye and human trafficking, and, you know, them trafficking youths across the world and all of these things. I already told you, all of those people in society, top society people, Hollywood and all, they're the one who actually doing those things. And the closest they go bring you to it is a Epstein connected to the system, and he's doing it. And at the end of the day, they're going to tell you these people that involved with him supposedly not really involved in what he's doing. So yes, a billionaire, people, is a billionaire. So of course, he got connections to presidents and all. How he becomes a billionaire is a financier supposedly. All fake shit for the dumb masses. 100%. And nobody in this world becomes a billionaire unless they are attached to the government system. The worldwide government system. That's the only way they can be branded as a billionaire. Remember, the billionaire is just a ranking in this satanic earth. So they rank this character right there as a billionaire, and then bam, they give you this big old show to fog up your damn brain with it in the end times. Of course, when these cover your mind, you can't see what's really going on. Like I always mention, all of these things is damn destruction. Move.
We're getting word that more than one.
Now we go get into this right here with some attack happening in Iraq. Supposedly over 100 people killed in this supposedly bombing attack. Let's watch this right here, because I told you don't trust nothing from the Middle East. But pay attention to this.
100 people were killed, 140 injured after two blasts struck near the grave of the Iranian military commander, the late Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani.
So you hear that, people? This bombing was close to the site of the supposed person who buried there. That mean, people was gathering there, and that's the reason why the bomb hit, because the general buried right there. Listen.
Iranian state media captured the moment that one of the blasts happened near very crowded streets.
Let's see what's going on there. Now take a look at this right here, people. Now this is what always piss me off with these footage. You're showing us all of this right here, and then you're gonna tell us that the blast happened way, way, way down there. So far away we can't even see it in this footage. Makes no sense you show this. Like I tell you, people, all bullshit they got for the destruction and the distraction of the masses right here. Pay attention here. Go back a little bit. Listen.
Near very crowded streets.
Look, people. That's the explosion. Where's the explosion? Wow. Dumb shit for the people.
According to Iranian state media.
And look how the people moving, people, like they speed up the footage. You better wake up. This is not real. This is another hoax they bring you from the Middle East. All of this is fakery. Nowadays, people, you have to put it in your head and don't even believe these things. Why? Nothing real come on the news. And like I mentioned, in the Middle East, that's where they pull off the most fakery ever. Bombings, earthquake, all of these devastation go on there. Fake shit for the masses.
Describe the explosions. They are calling these explosions a terror attack.
Of course they know.
CNN's Nada Bashir is following this for us. Nada, what is the latest?
And take a look, people. Somebody there following it for them right away in that same place in Iraq. They always have people plant there for these events. Guess they know something got to happen because it's Iraq. Listen.
Well, this is certainly a developing story, John. We are still getting more details from officials and media on the ground in Iran. But in the last hour or so, we have seen that death toll steadily rising. At least,
you hear that, people? This one see the death toll rising. How did you did that? How did you see the death toll rising? This is fake for the masses. Like I don't tell you, the smoke not even clear yet, and they're counting dead people and injured. Fake on.
103 killed and 141 injured, according to state media in Iran, citing officials on the ground. Some of those injured are said to be in a critical condition, and we have seen that dramatic footage emerging from the scene, showing crowds running away from
That's the only thing you can show the masses about crowd running away. Nobody know what kind of event it is and why they're running away. Because we don't see no damn blast, no bomb, nothing. I don't know why you're showing this, because it's not convincing.
Of the blast, we've seen ambulances and emergency services gathering, rushing people to
there
nearby.
You go, people. They're rushing people. This is what happened here. Take a look. The only thing they're showing you is 2 ambulances driving out of there the whole time. Wow, unbelievable. On CNN. Look, people.
Hospitals. Now, of course, we are still getting more details around the specifics around these twin blasts, according to state media, again citing officials on the ground. The first blast took place about 700 meters away from the burial site.
And I want to understand this, people. All the people that they tell you injured, over 140, you believe that they have them in these ambulances, 2 ambulances, just taking their time, rolling right there with this foggy footage. Unbelievable. Nothing real there, people.
Of the late Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani, the second blast took place about 1 kilometer away from the checkpoints and path in which pilgrims had been passing through to visit the
always supposed to be checkpoint blow up, but pilgrims passing through. It's foolishness, people. Wake your ass up.
Now, important to note that there would have been huge crowds at the time of these blasts. Today marks 4 years since the commander Qasem Soleimani was killed in
4 years ago. 4 years ago, the commander killed. And now they have a blast right by the site. Listen.
U.S. strike on Baghdad International Airport, ordered by then U.S. President Donald Trump. So we would have been expecting to see huge crowds around there. And of course, this comes at a time of heightened tensions in the region. Now, we are still waiting to get more details around the specifics of the motive, perhaps behind the attack, who may have carried out the attack. Iranian state media, again citing officials, have characterized this as a terrorist attack. But again,
of course, they know exactly what it is. And in a minute, they're going to tell you who take responsibility for it, because that's how the terrorist game run. They have to be loyal enough to tell the people that they did it. Bullshit on.
There are tensions mounting around the region, particularly when it comes to groups that are either allied to or backed by Iran. That is certainly the case
What
here
a joke,
in Lebanon.
They're going to show you a tanker right there. It's a joke, people. Look like a damn setup. Nothing real there, people. What happened? What is it doing posting up right there? What is they doing? Just for the news?
We are today expecting to hear from the Secretary General of the Iran-backed group Hezbollah, the Secretary General of Lebanon. We are today expecting to hear from the Secretary General of the Iran-backed group Hezbollah, the Secretary General.
They're gonna hear from Hezbollah. Wow, people, like I tell you, they all fake. All of them terrorist group is a hoax, people. It's a scare tactics for the people. They never understand. All of it is set up by the world government. The destruction of the masses. That's what they do. There ain't no such thing as no damn terrorists. It's them. They're the only terrorists that destroying the damn people right here.
Hassan Nasrallah expected to speak in just about an hour or so we will be waiting to see what he has to say about the situation in Iran and, of course, commemorating the death of Qasem Soleimani. Important to note, of course, that this is just a day after we saw another attack here in Beirut, in the building behind me. A senior Hamas commander, Salah al-Aruri, killed in a strike on Tuesday evening, according to a U.S.
Hamas don't exist, people, just like the Hezbollah. It's too fake shit for the dumb masses. You remember ISIS, Al-Qaeda and them shit? All hoax terrorist group. They fabricate to scare the dumb people on earth. You believe me or not? They're not real. The Osama bin Laden is a fucking faker. Government operation, CIA shit. You better understand. Show you him running through caves and all with mics and have all these people following him. And if he say kill, they kill. Suicide bombing and all fake for the masses. 100%.
That strike was carried out by Israel. Hamas certainly pointing the finger squarely at Israel, but at this stage, Israeli officials neither claiming responsibility nor denying responsibility for that strike. John?
Obviously, a number of developments in that region. Nana Bashir, thank you for being there. Keep us posted.
And let's discuss this further. Joining us now is retired Brigadier General Steve Anderson. General, good to have you today. First, just your reaction to this news out of Iran. The timing of this, especially on this day, as Nada mentioned, 4 years after the death of Soleimani. What do you make of this?
Well, thank you, Rahel. Obviously, of great concern that tensions could escalate and there would be more bloodshed, and somehow what's going on in the Gaza Strip escalates to something much bigger. But
there you go, people. And they're gonna blame it all trigger off from the Gaza Strip. The Israelites and the Gaza and all of these things gonna come up in the spreading of the supposedly rumors of war all over the Middle East. Remember, the whole place gonna break out in supposedly war. All because of they want the disruption of the people. They're gonna be running for their lives thinking it's a war when it's their own government doing that basically destruction on them right there. Nobody gonna understand. Move.
Officials said the bombs were hidden in bags and
you let people go back again. Listen.
Officials said the bombs were hidden in bags and placed by the side of the road.
Wow. So the bombs was hidden in bags and placed on the side of the road. Now, if it's hidden in bag, it can't be a duffel bag. You can't hide a duffel bag on the side of the road. So I guess it's in trash bag where it could disguise as trash. I don't get it, people. Hidden bags on the side of the road. They got the bombs, and I guess they have a detonator and set it off right there. You believe it, people? Let's listen to more.
The first device ripped into the crowd who were gathering at the tomb of Qasem Soleimani.
There you go, people. I know it's a fake shit, so they was gathering there at the site, basically, like I mentioned at first. Yes, that's how the people get hit. They was gathering around a site of the commander that got murdered, basically, 4 years ago. And then now another supposedly bomb went off or something erupt and killed those people. So you see what it is, people? 4 years ago, you get that hoax. And they tie another hoax to it right now. You see that? Pay attention. That's how they do it.
A notorious general who led the Revolutionary Guards in Iran.
You hear that? Look at this, people.
The second bomb was detonated
Now,
in Iran.
I'm going to show you how to expose these things when they show you. Now, they talk about the explosion and everybody's supposed to be running for their life, but pay attention to the crowd. You might see a couple of people in one area concerned, and then the rest of the people don't even look like they notice that something really happened. They're just going about their business. Take a look at it. Watch this. Play it. Look right there, people. Now look right here. Now look right here. These people in this section don't even budge. These people running. Watch this again. And you can't even see them. It's so foggy. You don't zoom it up. You can't see nobody. In real life, when you zoom up a photo, it actually show you things when you zoom it up. But these, the more you zoom it, the more you don't see shit. I don't get it. Now take a look at the crowd, people. All of them doing different shit after the explosion.
The second bomb was detonated a few minutes later, targeting those who were trying to assist the wounded.
Wow, people. The second bomb go off and hit the people who were trying to basically assist the wounded. I guess the two bags wasn't in the same place, because one bomb would blow up the next. Do you get it or not? You can't place two bombs in the same place, set one off, you're gonna set off the next bomb. So yes, people, where they was there trying to help, I guess it wasn't on the bomb scene. It's dumb, people. It's foolishness. You can't set off two bombs right there beside each other in a bag. The blast from the first one gonna set off the next bomb. It's not gonna tow it over to a next section so they can remotely explode that as well, or leave it right there. It's bullshit. Wake your ass up.
The explosives were triggered by remote control. And they left dozens of bodies.
Look at these people and take a look at these cars. The hood open up on that one. I guess the blast opened the hood. The blast opened the trunk of this one. You see that, people? Is it fakery or what? Now, what direction was the blast coming from? That it opened this trunk of the car that faced into this one with the hood open also. Both of them affected by the blast. Go back a little bit. Now look. What is these right here? That's car parts. That's come from cars. You better wake up. Nothing but fakery right here. Nothing real. And you get these foggy footage that you believe in.
Were triggered by remote control.
Yes, of course.
And they left dozens of bodies in pieces.
Where is the body?
The number of
Where is the bodies that's in pieces? Okay, they're gonna show us some of the injured. Look, let's see.
Has now passed
Look, people.
100.
Let's see. Wow, go back again. Where is the victim? Let's see,
The
people.
number
Look if you
dead
can see somebody. Look
has
good.
now passed.
Look good, people, if you can see somebody on that bed. Unbelievable fakery for the masses. Let's see if we're gonna see.
100.
Look at that, people. Nobody there. Come on, man. Go back a little bit again. What is they doing right here, people? Nobody
Has now
there.
passed.
There's nobody on that shit. Nobody. Nobody on there, people. Look at this. Where is the person on the bed? They have some wrapped up sheet. Where is the person? I already told you it's a hoax. You didn't believe me? Okay, so explain the empty bed right there. Where is the person? Where is the person, man? Where is the injured? Remember, it's a bomb blast. That means the person's supposed to be mashed up, bloody. Wow, look.
I was standing next to a rubbish bin when it exploded. Everyone was fleeing.
Okay, you stand next to a rubbish bin and it exploded and you still right there with not even a touch. So who died from it? Who injured from it if you were standing next to the damn trash can that exploded? Guess that's where they hid the bag with the bomb. Is that real, people? Go back again. Listen.
I was standing next to a rubbish bin when it exploded.
The rubbish bin exploded, people, and he's standing next to it. Okay, so he didn't die. So who? He not even injured. So who is the people who's injured? Please tell me now. If the motherfucker right there standing next to the bomb didn't blow up. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying here. It's a hoax. Move.
Was fleeing, said this man.
You get to flee. Look at him. Go back, people. Go back a little bit. Look at this guy. The bomb blast up right beside him. Look at him. So picture this right here. Person standing next to the bomb. Look at him and you can explain or kind of see a vision. The people that was a little bit far away. Nothing happened to them. You got it?
Everyone was fleeing.
Everybody was fleeing. He never say he saw nobody get hit by the bomb. He said everybody was fleeing. So what you talking about body parts on the ground? This one with the diamonds on the hat right there, Freemasonry, and the plaid
Another
shirt.
said there were bodies on the ground and there was blood. I don't know if they were breathing or not. They were commemorating the life of Soleimani on the 4th anniversary
It's a
of his
fakery, people. It's a fakery. The Soleimani is a faker. 100%. And I did do a video on this bullshit 4 years ago. And then there you go. The psyop continue with the supposed killings right here are the people who want to celebrate the dead man.
The general considered the godfather of
Oh,
Iran's
godfather.
military activities,
All fakers
equipping
they give you.
militant groups like Hezbollah,
You hear that?
Hamas.
There you go, people. So he's the one who basically promote these terrorist group, the ones that I tell you don't exist. Okay, so you believe me? I say it don't exist. None of them. You don't understand how serious this thing is to me. I understand what it is. Okay, yes. Those fuckers right there is fake. 100%. They're the one who put this character right there. And the Hezbollah and the supposedly new one they're talking about now, that supposedly Hamas, they all fake. They don't exist. It's a fabricated shit they feed to the brain of the people. You have to remember that this guy is a faker. 100% in.
Multiple organizations in Iraq.
What a joke,
And that's
people.
where the Americans killed him using a
Yes,
drone.
the Americans kill him with a drone because he create all that terrorist group. And now the peoples who celebrating him get hit with bombs by terrorists. You hear me? Remote bombs. I guess they're gonna tell you it's Israel do it. I guess they're gonna tell you it's caused by Israel. Israel go over there and set the bombs, doing the same thing as terrorists. Who did it? Get out of here. Somebody celebrate the person who create the terrorist group supposedly, and they got blown up. Listen.
At Baghdad's airport in 2020. No one has
at
claimed
this.
responsibility for the
Yes.
attack in the
Nobody
city of
claim
Kerman,
responsibility.
but the Americans and the Israelis have already been blamed.
You hear that, people? The American and the Israelis already been blamed. So there you go, people. This is what they're gonna use to start the supposedly big war. You understand that? All of them gonna be involved in it supposedly, acting like they're creating this big world war, but they all work for the same world government. Everybody on the stage is working together against the people. So the more they're acting like they're going against each other, the more they're destroying you.
At the cemetery, mourners expressed their rage.
What a dumb
Death
shit.
to America,
Death
they
to
chanted.
America. There you go. And remember that movie, supposedly, remember that movie that we break down and talk about, the one they call Leave the World Behind. You remember that one? Yes, that with all the supposedly things that was going on in the movie, supposedly strange, and they show you all these flyers coming down from the sky like it's a damn UFO, sending down these flyers everywhere and people running for their life because they don't know what it is. And when they look at the flyer, it said "Death to America" in Arabic. And they read it out and say, yeah, I don't know what it say, but it said "Death to America." It's part of the damn agenda they got for the masses. So they're fixing up your subconscious with that damn movie. You understand what I'm saying, people? The whole thing, people, was a mindfuck movie to basically get you in the right state of mind so they can give you these things in real life. Yes, Death to America is something that scared the Americans when they hear this shit. So that's how they do it when they want to get the fear out there with these fucking terrorist groups that don't exist. Fake arms.
Soleimani's successor in the Revolutionary Guards, Ismail Khani, has also pointed the finger.
There you go, people. They're all fakers on the world stage. All of them is. Remember, people, the world is not something that anybody can just get a hold of and rule one side of it. Do you understand that or not, people? Do you get it? Every single country. You see them show you the country border off? Did they show you the separation of every single country? They show you its shape and everything. Do you get that or not? Do you really believe that's it? It's a way to show you the parts of the earth that they control. So yes, if they put one, if you see anybody running Cuba, it's them same one, put them there. Anybody run any part of the world that you see map off, on the map and everything and got a name, it's them same one. And they're gonna have court system there, they're gonna have all of this shit, police and everything. They talk about these countries with dictators and all. The dictators still they try their people same way as the same other countries. They have the court system, they have the police, they have all of these jury, all of these same thing, people. The same operation every single country have. Do you believe that? And then they're gonna show you some over there. Look at North Korea. The dictators running it. Look at over here. Look at these people over here. They all run the country the same way as America and anywhere else that criticize them. That's what you need to understand. It's a one world government operation. They run the whole wide world. Anybody you see beating up their damn gum on the world stage is a part of it. You have to understand that all of them is bad. 100% working their brain on us.
And our brothers were subjected to a crime by the bloodthirsty, who were financed by the Americans and the Zionist regime.
However, the Iranian regime has a long list of enemies.
There you go. The long list of enemies.
Analysts believe they're unlikely to seek a war with Israel.
There you go.
Without a smoking gun, without sincere...
Go back.
Seek a war
Look at this
with
right here,
Israel.
people. I'm going to show you something. Do you know that those ambulances carry the same serpent right there? Okay, so you didn't know. You got the supposed shape of a star. You got the serpent lying in the middle on an ambulance. The same healthcare system right there. And they carry the same serpent. It don't matter. You can't escape it, people. Even if you don't have no sense, you still can't find out that they work in their brain on us. The whole world, the whole wide world is the same. You got to understand that in America, they got the same serpent on the ambulance. They can show you a country that have terrorists and run by terrorists, run by these wicked people, and they carry the same logos, people. What's wrong? How come you can't see that? They all the same. There ain't such thing as no damn terrorists. They're getting ready to scare the Americans. Move.
Out of that terrifying and deadly car crash early on New Year's Day outside a concert in Rochester, New York.
Now pay attention to this right here, people. And always happen in New York or California, these fake shit that they present to the masses. Now they're gonna tell you that this is a terrorist attack. Somebody wanna kill people in large number. So pay attention right here. Another fake terrorist they used to scare the people.
Police tonight saying the driver appeared to be trying to run over the crowd.
He's trying to run over the crowd? Okay, pay attention.
Tonight, new details emerging about what led to this fiery crash in Rochester, New York, less than an hour into the new year. Investigators now identifying...
Now pay attention. This is the man they show you right there. And it looked familiar of somebody they show you already that say on the run. But this is how they do it. Fake photo they bring to the masses. Remember, you will never see this person again. Because of course he dead in the fiery crash. Of course, bullshit for the masses. Let's listen.
35-year-old Michael Avery
35,
saying he made at least half a dozen...
And his name is Michael, people. 33 in numerology. And that's the name they call the devil every fucking time. Michael. Pay attention.
Purchases of gasoline and fuel...
Wow, on December 30, right there, another code in 33. Remember, December is 12, 1 and 2, same number 3.
After driving to Rochester and then renting an SUV at the airport.
Later, people, first of all, they told you he park his own car at the airport and then rent a car. Listen, rent a SUV and listen.
Heading towards the Kodak Center and a crowd coming out of a concert.
Avery sped up.
Listen.
Crossed into the oncoming lane of traffic. It appears to have intentionally been driving towards the pedestrian crossing.
What a dumb shit, people. And like I told you before, when they give you all of these supposed big cars and van running to crowd of people, I told you that's a new hoax they're going to bring to the table. They're never going to stop. And plus they tell you this guy full probably 12, they say, 12 gas drums. You know those gas jugs? He fill them up and then load up the SUV with it and drive it into the crowd. That's what caused that big fire, because he got those gas jugs in the car. And it's laughable when you see them, because the gas jugs didn't burn. They still can show you them. The ones that thought that big fire. Let's see if they're going to show you. Because they didn't even mention it in this news clip that he got gas drums in there, gas jugs. Listen.
Avery then struck a rideshare vehicle that had been pulling out with a force that pushed both SUVs into...
Who've intentionally been driving towards the pedestrian crossing.
And
Avery then struck a rideshare vehicle that had been pulling...
look at these people. They just show you the vehicle just on fire. Fake fire, because you can see the pixel not right. That's not real color in this pixel. But pay attention
out
here.
with a force that pushed
Fire,
both
white
SUVs
fire.
into people, injuring 9 pedestrians
9 right there on the money.
and killing 2 passengers in the
Wow.
rideshare.
Look at this right here, people. They hurry up and show you 2 people that die. Bricks behind them for Freemasonry. I don't know what's on the shirt if they advertise in space. Black and white headband.
And Justina Hughes, whose family say, we're best friends. This tonight from Rochester's mayor.
I have been getting inundated with questions as to why
Of course you
this
would
individual
know.
would choose number one, Rochester, New York, and why
Damn
he would
fake
appear
shit.
to target concert goers. Those are all questions that have been raised and things that we just don't have answers to yet.
That's
As
why you have a
investigators
press
comb through
conference.
Avery's belongings,
Listen.
the FBI is underscoring.
So far, we've uncovered no evidence of an ideology and no nexus to terrorism.
Police say in speaking with Avery's family, they believe he may have been suffering from undiagnosed mental illness.
There you go, people. You suffer from mental illness. It's undiagnosed, but they know. But pay attention, they did tell you it's terrorist attack. Okay. So no crazy people know to pull that off as far as go full those gas drums with gas and ride around with it to crash in a crowd. That's bullshit. 100%. And like I say, now is a scare time for the masses to worry about terrorist attacks. Move.
Examining a new potential terror threat against the U.S. from an Al-Qaeda affiliate called
Listen,
the
people.
AQAP.
Yeah, they come back again, people, with the Al-Qaeda. You hear that? And it's a threat now against the U.S. I already told you. Now is the time they're going to trick you about terrorist attack coming, and they might pull off a big one right here in America. Listen.
Calling for attacks against U.S. airlines and prominent
There you
U.S.
go.
figures.
You hear that, people? As you could see, the pyramid right there, one up, one down, to represent the Israelites right there in Israel. You don't get it. Pay attention. They have part to play in the destruction of the masses. That's why you see the supposed war going on right there. Of course, they have an agenda for the end of times. They're involved in it. Pay attention.
Including Elon Musk. The group posting a video with detailed instructions. The group calling for attacks against U.S. airlines and prominent U.S. figures, including Elon Musk.
Yes, and prominent U.S. figure, including Elon Musk. And of course, I already told you who the Elon Musk is, people. Devil government puppet. So guess what, people? You have to involve. You don't get it. You have to be involved in these things on the world stage. That's why they put him there. So yes, his life is also on the line. The same guy they tell you all over the world, moving around, doing all kind of shit. Yes, now the terrorist is after him because it's a product of America, a great product of America. What a dumb shit for the people.
The group posting a video with detailed instructions on how to sneak a bomb past airport security. News Nation's Alina Shirazi tracking this for us. Now, Alina, News Nation hearing from the TSA on this tonight.
So you guess what, people? You know, you them mention TSA. You already know what that mean. It mean more screening for you at the airport. This is how they do it. Every time they tell you about a terrorist attack, it's to tighten up on you. For whatever reason they want to strike down, tie you down, basically. They don't like to see the masses moving around freely. They don't even want you to move around any at all. So they put the pressure on you going to the airport. You already have to damn near strip naked. And you have to go to a damn scanner that scan your whole body. What kind of shit is that? What else they got on the table? More security. Listen.
What are they saying? Well, Natasha, the disturbing videos put out online by Al-Qaeda's affiliate in Yemen.
What part online they put it? Because I can put up any video I want on these social medias. So tell me, what social media did they post that shit? You better wake your ass up. They're full of it. And most of the time is the news revealing what the supposed terrorists saying. The terrorists want to get out a message. They put it somewhere that most people didn't see it. And you come and read it out on the news. So all the people who never see it could get to see it now. Unbelievable. Including the terrorists. You don't get it.
To inspire fear. And now the TSA is responding. Listen here.
Listen.
فقاتل في سبيل الله لا تكلف إلا نفسك.
Videos released this week by Al-Qaeda and the Arabian Peninsula, or AQAP, call for terrorist attacks on Times Square, the New York City subway, and
why did you do this, people? Why did you put it out there? Why did you put it out there? Remember, some of the terrorists ain't get the news yet. They didn't get the message. Wow, you don't get it, man. Since the terrorists is planted all over America and they put it on a website, what they want the terrorists to do that's laying in America under the weeds, why would you show it on the news so they can actually see it? Listen.
The globe.
Our enemy is one.
Listen.
And that is why we strive.
So you see, people, I never miss. This is what I always explain to you, that you can see that the terrorist shit is a hoax, people. So the message that the Al-Qaeda play, or record to play for their peoples, the news take it. The news, the ones that can broadcast to everybody, and they show the whole message, people. They're the one who show the whole message to every corner of the damn world. The news. So who you think want to get the message out there really? Think about it. Why did the news basically repeat the message? You don't get it, man. So make it wrong.
One video calls for attacks against Jewish and Western targets, including
always Jewish gotta involve. Jewish and Western targets. Like I say, the same thing they give you a little bit before. They give you the Bin Laden with all of these things that he's saying and sending out message, and then bam, they give you the World Trade Center and the Pentagon got hit. You remember? Yes, people, it's coming down to that time. 2024 and beyond, they have this shit right there in plan. It gonna happen. Some big monument, something gonna supposedly blow up. And they got the terrorists right there to blame it on. But it's part of the world destruction.
American, British, and French airlines.
There you go.
American economy, high-profile target.
Also high-profile figures, including
people.
Bill Gates.
Oh, what a damn joke. Bill Gates. You see that again? Another sodomite on the world stage. So yes, people, I guess the masses will take this more serious when they tell you these sodomites in danger of terrorist attack. So I guess they can kidnap the Elon Musk, Bill Gates, or any one of those sodomites that they give you, Zuckerberg.
Elon Musk and the former chairman of the Federal Reserve, Ben Shalom Bernanke. The highly produced instructional video notably shows airplanes blowing up and shows how to make a bomb.
See? I guess this news company right here gonna show you, or they show you how to make the bomb. Like I mentioned, people, they're the one who's spreading this propaganda. It's not a real thing. It's a propaganda. So when the government people make a move, you will think it's terrorism. When they drop something on you, when they do the damage, they can say, yes, a terrorist group take responsibility for it. The same ones who were showing you that's sending threat to the Westerners.
We did not publish the bomb recipe for many reasons, but now we have decided to release it.
It also includes tips for sneaking them past airport security and onto flights.
There you go, people. The reason why they tell you this, what did I tell you, is because they're going to tighten up airport security. They always tell you about terrorists, and I told you, people, it's bullshit. Nobody wants to blow up the plane. It's bullshit. They continue to feed you that shit from way, way back in the days. How vulnerable the plane is. And yes, one of these people that want to destroy you might be on the plane ready to blow you up and the plane. What a dumb bullshit. And the masses bite First of all, the suicide bombers is a hoax. It's a 100% hoax. The religion that they sell you is a hoax. You got to remember that when they tell you that these supposedly Islam people basically, have it in their mind or in their Bible or their teaching that when they do these things, they go to heaven. You hear me? All bullshit for the masses right here.
TSA is responding to these threats saying, quote, TSA is aware of the latest...
There go the eagle represent TSA people. You see that? You don't get it with the ray, the sun ray around it right there. And also the stars. They never can leave it out because I already told you we're running this whole thing. Listen.
QAP communication, as well as the ongoing threats to transportation in light of world events.
There you go.
We're not aware of any credible threats resulting from this video to date.
But you're just telling the people so they can be aware. I already told you so they can understand when something happens. Listen.
Terrorist organizations routinely highlight transportation modes during the holidays. TSA is operating at a high level of security and constant state of vigilance, as always.
And now we're here together, calling you for jihad to New York and Washington.
Look, people.
To its owners.
You see, people, why they're showing those clips? Does the fear kick in when you watch those things? Because that's exactly why they're putting it out. The fear tactics is on. So yes, people, just get ready. When I say get ready for these things, it's just that when it hit, you will understand what it really is. Okay? PSYOPs. All PSYOPs. Like I mentioned, this is how they destroy the masses. They put some things out there as possibilities, and then the government can get to do whatever they want to you and blame it on those possibilities. That's the reason why this region right now is in chaos. They're ready now to destroy the people there. No government, no supposed to be operation going into war. They're going against the people. The destruction of the masses is on worldwide. You better take heed. See these things for what it is. Don't move when they say move, because that's the trick. Yes, another Mag Thursday BAM podcast, man. Appreciate everybody for taking it in. Shout out to Joanna, man. My podcast, supporter right here. And also VIP Patreon. Takia Jet. Shout out to Takia Jet. Much respect. Always supporting the Mag BAM VIP Patreon style. Yes, Trisha, what's good? Appreciate you for being a VIP supporter of the Mag. Patreon right here, the bitter truth getting stronger. These are all, basically the people who are holding up these Mag bitter truth, contents. Because, we can't be on YouTube and them things. So, yes, we just putting like videos that can stay there for say, that people can still wake up on. But the real work's only done on the podcast and the Patreon. Yes, much respect, like I said, to all the people who support the Mag BAM. All my VIP supporters, you already know I'm on.